Hey everyone, welcome! Today we're going to dive into a really surprising story from the Kṣitigarbha Sutra. Seriously, it's a tale that just completely flips the script on what you might think you know about good, evil, and, well, who our real friends are. Just think about that for a second. What if the most fearsome beings you can imagine, the literal guardians of the underworld, weren't actually there to punish you, but to protect you? And listen, this isn't just some hypothetical question. It's the incredible idea right at the heart of the story we're exploring today. All right, so let's set the scene. The Buddha is up in the heavens, teaching this huge gathering of enlightened beings. Picture it. It's this totally serene, celestial event. But then the doors swing open, and some really, really unexpected guests crash the party. And just check out this guest list. We're not talking about a few minor spooks here. This is the top brass, the A-listers of the underworld. King Yama himself, and he's brought his most terrifying ghost kings with him. We're talking Evil Poison, Blood Tiger, the one who literally governs life and death, and their armies. So yeah, having them show up in this holy place, it's a total shock to everyone. Now, you'd think this is leading to a major showdown, right? A big battle between light and dark. But nope, that's not what goes down. King Yama, the ruler of hell, steps forward not to start a fight, but to ask the Buddha a question. And it's a question that gets at a problem that, honestly, frustrates all of us, even thousands of years later. So here's the core of it. King Yama basically asks, look, I see this amazing, compassionate being, Kṣitigarbha, working 24/7 to save people from suffering. And he does. He succeeds. But then, almost right away, they just fall right back into the same old bad habits that landed them in trouble in the first place. Why? Why does this keep happening? I mean, how relatable is that? This is a timeless problem. What Yama's asking about is that frustrating cycle of self-sabotage, that struggle to make good changes actually stick. It's that classic 2 steps forward, 1 giant leap back feeling we all know way too well. So how does the Buddha answer? Not with some super complicated philosophical lecture, no. Instead, he tells a simple but really powerful story, an analogy that makes this whole human tendency perfectly clear. Okay, so the story is pretty straightforward. A person gets completely lost, they accidentally wander onto this terrifying road that's just crawling with deadly creatures. Just when things are looking pretty grim, a wise, skilled guide shows up, deals with all the dangers, and leads them back to a safe path. And before leaving, the guide says, "Listen to me. Whatever you do, do not go back there." Now here's the decoder ring for the whole thing. The traveler, that's you, that's me, that's all of us. And that perilous road, well, that's not a real road. It's a life caught up in destructive habits and negative karma. The tigers and snakes, those are the very real, very painful consequences of those habits. And that wise guide, of course, is the compassionate teacher, like Kṣitigarbha, who shows us a better way. And this is the answer to King Yama's big question. Some of us, after being saved, we remember the pain, we remember the danger, and we never go back. But others, well, our old habits are just so ingrained, the confusion runs so deep, that we actually forget how bad it was. We forget the guide's warning, and before we know it, we wander right back onto that same dangerous road. Okay, so the Buddha's explanation is brilliant, right? But hold on, because this is where the story takes a huge turn. Hearing all this, the visitors from the underworld don't just sit there and nod. No, they decide they're going to be part of the solution. An alliance is about to be formed, and it's coming from the last place anyone would ever expect. And get this, the one who speaks up is the evil poison ghost king. I mean, the guy with literally the scariest name in the room. He steps forward, puts his palms together respectfully, and makes an absolutely astonishing proposal. He makes this unbelievable vow. He says, from this moment on, if my followers and I see any person do even the smallest, most insignificant good deed, we won't see a sinner. We will see a future Buddha, and we will protect them like one, shielding them from disasters, illness, and all kinds of bad luck. And get this, look at how easy they make it. You don't have to be some great saint. The Ghost King says these simple little things, offering a single flower, hanging 1 small banner, chanting just 1 line of a teaching, or lighting a tiny bit of incense are enough. That's it. These tiny, simple acts are enough to get you this demonic honor guard. So that's an incredible vow, right? But wait, the story's not done yet. The Buddha's about to drop one last, absolutely mind-blowing secret about who these guardians really are. The biggest twist is still to come. Okay, so before we get to that big reveal, we need a quick refresher on what a bodhisattva is. It's someone with immense wisdom and compassion. They've basically made it to the finish line. They can enter nirvana, the state of ultimate peace, but they choose to turn back. They stay in our messy world purely out of compassion, to help every single one of us. They're basically the ultimate spiritual heroes. Just keep that in mind.
All right, you ready for this? The Buddha turns to everyone and reveals that the life-governing Ghost King, the one in charge of our very lifespan, he's not a ghost at all. He is a great bodhisattva. That terrifying form is just a disguise, a skillful way to protect us in a form that we will respect and, frankly, listen to.
And to just nail the point home, the Buddha gives a prophecy. He says that because of this being's immense compassion and his tireless work, in a future age, he will become a fully enlightened Buddha, and his name will be the Formless Buddha. So the guy literally in charge of life and death is secretly a Buddha in the making. How amazing is that? And that just leaves us with this one big question to think about. This story shows us that help can come from the places we least expect it, and that sometimes the most intimidating faces can hide the deepest compassion. So the question for us is, where in our own lives might we be overlooking our own guardians? Where is that hidden compassion just waiting for us to see it?